Tyler Perry, a billionaire filmmaker, a media mogul, and one of the most influential men in Hollywood. From creating the Medea franchise to building his own massive film studio in Atlanta, Perry is a name that commands respect and fear. But now, his empire is being shaken by one of the most shocking lawsuits Hollywood has seen in years. Actor Derek Dixon, a rising star who once worked on Perry's hit shows The Oval and Ruthless, has accused him of sexual assault, harassment, and retaliation. The lawsuit, a staggering $260 million. The allegations, even more disturbing. This is not just another Hollywood scandal. This is the dark side of power, control, and the price of silence. This is DarkLore With Shadows, and tonight we uncover the truth behind the Tyler Perry lawsuit.
Before the headlines, before the lawsuit, Derek Dixon was an ambitious actor trying to climb the brutal ladder of Hollywood success. Like many before him, he saw Tyler Perry as a gatekeeper, a man who could open doors, make careers, and turn struggling actors into household names. Dixon earned small but meaningful roles on Tyler Perry's shows. He was working, building, waiting for his big break. But behind the scenes, he says the reality was far darker than anyone could have imagined. According to Dixon's lawsuit, beginning in 2019, Perry began using his power in disturbing ways. Opportunities, Dixon claims, were tied to personal and sexual demands. When he refused, he says his career was sabotaged. When he resisted, the retaliation began. For Dixon, the Hollywood dream quickly turned into a nightmare.
The details laid out in court filings are explosive. The lawsuit accuses Perry of sexual battery, assault, quid pro quo harassment, offering opportunities in exchange for favors, retaliation, punishing Dixon for refusing, and intentional infliction of emotional distress. These are not just accusations of misconduct. These are accusations of systemic abuse, abuse tied directly to Hollywood's power structures. Dixon claims the behavior spanned over 2 years, from 2019 through 2021. He describes not just one incident, but a pattern of manipulation, intimidation, and control. And he says the price he paid was enormous. His career, his reputation, and his peace of mind.
Tyler Perry's legal team, however, has wasted no time firing back. His lawyer has called the lawsuit nothing more than a scam, a blatant attempt at extortion. The words were sharp, dismissive, and defiant. Tyler will not be shaken down. For Perry, this case is not just about defending his name. It's about protecting the billion-dollar empire he has built. An empire that includes not just films and shows, but a studio so large it once served as the site of a presidential debate. For his supporters, Tyler Perry is a visionary who lifted himself out of poverty, built his own stage, and gave countless opportunities to black actors. For his critics, this lawsuit suggests there may be a much darker story hiding beneath the surface.
But this case is not just about Perry and Dixon. It is about Hollywood itself. Because what Derek Dixon describes is a story we have heard before. The abuse of power, the silence of victims, the fear of losing everything if you dare to speak out. Harvey Weinstein, Kevin Spacey, Dan Schneider. Every scandal reveals the same pattern. Those with power use it. Those without are forced into silence. The casting couch, the whispered warnings, the promises that come with a hidden price tag. Hollywood markets dreams, but too often those dreams come with nightmares attached. The number alone makes headlines. $260 million. But why so much? Dixon's lawyers argue that this number reflects more than just damages. It reflects years of lost opportunities. It reflects the psychological cost of abuse, and it reflects a demand for punitive damages. To punish, not just to compensate. It is one of the largest lawsuits of its kind, and the number itself sends a message. This case is not small. This case will not go unnoticed. If Dixon's claims are true, the fallout could be massive. Not just for Perry, but for Hollywood itself. Perry's reputation as a family-friendly mogul would crumble. His studio could be boycotted. His empire fractured. But if Dixon's claims are false, the fallout is equally dangerous. It could be remembered as one of the most high-profile smear campaigns in entertainment history. Either way, the outcome will shape how Hollywood views its powerful figures for years to come. In the end, this lawsuit leaves us with one haunting question. If Derek Dixon, a rising actor with credits, experience, and visibility, can be silenced, retaliated against, and allegedly abused, what chance does a struggling newcomer have? What chance does a background actor have? Or a crew member who is even more invisible? Hollywood thrives on silence, but lawsuits like this are cracks in that silence, and every crack brings us closer to the truth. Tyler Perry denies the accusations. Derek Dixon insists on accountability. The courts will decide who is telling the truth. But whether this ends in a trial, a settlement, or silence, the dark shadow hanging over Hollywood only grows larger. This is DarkLore with Shadows. If you believe Hollywood is hiding more than it reveals, subscribe now, because the next story may be even darker than this one.